September 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defending Lobby number 5. Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are now in the second part of the trial, of the first day of trial, where we will now hear from a different witness, which I presume is Mo the Clown. And like I said before, he is the reason, well, a large part of the reason why I hate this case so much. Let's just say his testimony is less than proper. Yeah, I won't go into it right now. It's hard to talk about this case. So let's just continue. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the remaster's room. And while you were there, it was the remaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me what to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the remaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the remaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight into the remaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the remaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. That's a fabulous possibility. Heh. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why wouldn't the remaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the scene of the crime, was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Well, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make that decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. "12:06 p.m. District Court, Court number 2. It's actually 2:07 p.m. as I record this right now. Monday, December 23rd. Although, when you see this particular video, it should actually be February 2nd. If my calculations are correct, which I believe they are. I've been uploading them as I finish them, after making sure there's actually sound in the video itself. Anyway. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Runkarma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Oh, great. Lawrence? As in Larry? Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? Well, because he is. She's actually right about that one. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. In West Clondo... What? Name and occupation. I couldn't read that before it disappeared. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking? I'm sorry. How did I say that without laughing my head off? Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Autobiographical. autobiographical gibberish. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, like to wear pants? The sign says only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Ha 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 ha. Okay. How about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? Ha 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 ha. But a couple of clowns who are no good. Your name. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. on the day of the murder. Correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walk without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court. What you witnessed. Wow, this is pretty long, actually. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't even been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with a joke just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Am I the one supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. Okay, let's go for real this time. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was after that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clocked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Ha 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 ha. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin with the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If it caused this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Okay. You just happened to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out the windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow! That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it's kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. No, how did you know I was going to make a joke? Ha 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 ha. I guess that sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. You saw the remaster get clunked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. really does sound enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you will know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Uh-oh. Is this a bit melodramatic? So what will you read then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? I'm gonna say I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mr. Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there was no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, Crack Clown Unit, Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They did commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? The what now? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Good job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Ha 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 ha. Mr. Curls, Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow couldn't only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright. Command to a cross-examination. Okay. Okay. Cloak and roses. He didn't mention he saw the roses, so...
Objection!
You see, you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The soul cat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready. All together, now. Soul cat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that we were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.14. Silence, fool. You have to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order. Order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
Objection!
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious the camera was too dark to see that kind of detail.
Objection!
But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses were all white. There was no way he could have missed them.
Objection!
And the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. You're just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trila saw them all. Trila saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There was absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness was stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it is not. But it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in this next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling. Nick, this is your last chance. The Silhouette Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There was no way I could forget seeing that the decorations on it. It was written the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of battery against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Okay. It would be a good idea for me not to press anything, because that would be kind of bad. So, I'm going to present the silk hat. Ah. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found on the crime scene. The crime scene? That means the silk hat fell off at this crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing the hat the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, order, order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor? What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because he was sitting, and no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger. And no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Wow. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He used to turn into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing the dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that you left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave this crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Boys nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how a criminal left the scene? I believe it's this one. There's only the victim's footprints, not the defendant's footprints.
Take that!
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls? Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order! I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. My opinion is that it's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up to until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no fingerprints. Fine people don't leave footprints. I I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximum Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness testimony, Mr. Wright? I only picked that first choice there. Hang on a second, let me, okay. Okay, it doesn't actually matter what you pick here, when you choose here, as the court will actually end. So I'm going to pick this one. Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day hasn't been some sort of kind of what's it say? Kafka-esque dream? I've never seen that word before in my life. Ow! Now, do you think it's still a dream? Huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. (2:33 p.m. District Court, Division Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Well, that's it for this video, everyone. Next time, we will continue with the second day of investigation. And we will try to find out what's going on here. So, I'm going to save it right here at number 6. So until then, everyone, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. So take care.